What was the hardest thing about 2022?
Being a woman. I mean, you know, you'd think that like losing your right to abortion would be the worst thing that could happen. And it was, but it just also kind of kept going. I mean, like, my doctor can now lie to me and refuse to treat me based on their own religious beliefs. My pharmacist can refuse to fill my prescription. My insurance provider can deny me birth control coverage. So, like, yeah, I can't get an abortion because it's illegal. But also, like, I, practically speaking, can't really get contraception either. And suppose I'm physically involved with somebody, I can't withdraw consent once we start having sex in some states. And if I'm raped and I get pregnant and I have a baby, my rapist can then sue me for parental rights. But if I don't have the baby because I go get an abortion, I go to jail for murder. If I miscarry, I could also go to jail for murder. If I go to another state where abortion is legal and have one there, once I return to my home state, I could go to jail for murder. And if I do go to jail, I become a felon, which means that I can't vote, which means that I can't have a say in my future reproductive health care. And like, I mean, a fetus has more personhood and rights than me right now. I mean, like, if that embryo that I was pregnant with turned out to be female, that female embryo would have more rights as an embryo than after it was born as a baby. And that sucks. I mean, so yeah, being a woman or a uterus owner.
What gives you hope for 2023?
I mean, it sucks that it had to happen under these circumstances, but you know, in response to everything that's gone on this year here, there's been such like an outpouring of love and support and condemnation of like what the Supreme Court did and what Republicans have done since then, that it just makes you feel like, you know, there's hope and solace in this community of people who are on your side and hopefully gonna work for your rights. And I mean, my dad often says, and actually I think Obama said this too, where like the pendulum always swings back, and while it might seem like we're living in a more conservative world now than we were, let's say, 10 years ago, I think with each new generation comes more empathy and more acceptance, and I can cheers to that.